Alright, so I'm not so angry anymore. The coffee went away, and I'm back to being tired as being sick. And so, what I have noted, what an interesting thing is, that my internship, the timeline people I interned under, are, they posted a picture of me up there looking very inquisitive. The word I used, actually, in the reply. And, well, they tagged me, I responded, and they wrote in the comments, just liked it so much. Now, I'm very happy to hear that, actually. I'm very happy to hear that. And so, that appeared on my timeline and everything, and since then, I've gotten a text, maybe 20 minutes after, I got a text from Julie. A text from her, saying, "Hey, how's everything going? Hey, how's everything going? Do you want to go out sometime soon? I'm feeling better." What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Make it any less clear that you were browsing Facebook, you saw that I'm getting successful in some regard, and then you just fucking text me. Something else. Sam. Remember, I talked a lot about her back in a few months ago when I was... all that, yeah. I'm premature in a few of my attacks, I'll admit. Get to that in a second. So yeah, and then she, after not responding to me on September 4th about me coming up there September 7th, even though I never told her I couldn't do it, not responding to me about sending me a date and time I could possibly come up, she, on Facebook chat, messages me, "Hey, how's the film?" Okay, let me find it. One second. Okay, it's 11 o'clock p.m. right now. She says, "Dude, congrats on the film making. You did it. Come and visit in Portland whenever." "Sure, thanks." I wrote, "I'll be..." Yeah, okay, so, fucking 2 hours ago, and it's just fucking trickling down, man. What am I gonna do? Get a proposal from all the girls that fucked me over all those years ago? Am I gonna get calls up from the 6 who's been listed? Now, not that I don't like these people. I do like these people who've messaged me. Nothing personal against them. I'm just pointing out the very coincidental nature of their calling me in comparison to the way we've left things off prior. I find it very interesting. Last week, I'm ready to take Julie to New York City to see a play and go to a nice restaurant. Then, a couple hours before I'm supposed to pick her up, she tells me she's sick over text. I ask, "Hope you feel better," and "Was it a cold?" No response. I get some very great recognition, very appreciated recognition. That wasn't a fake. That wasn't fake. Very appreciated recognition on Facebook. And from her, I get, "Hey, how's everything going? You want to go out sometime soon? I'd be up for it tomorrow," or something like that. And I said, "I'm feeling a bit sick myself now. I'm gonna be available next month." Yeah, boom, that's right. And to Sammy, I said, I might be coming up in the next couple months. I'll let you know when. See, I'm not gonna shit on them. I'm not gonna shit on people, dude. I mean, I might actually enjoy spending time with them. That's what matters, really, instead of just holding some stupid grudge. Although I will know, deep down, under every choice I make, every action I commit near them, that they talked to me after they saw me being successful. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. I'm not gonna shun those people. I'm just gonna make little notes about it. And same with the people at Timeline. I mean, they still did it even though they didn't know what to expect. They saw it though, and after that, just everyone lit up and just, like I said, I think I won their respect. And I can understand that. Winning people's respect by showing that I'm good at something. Proud of that. People do change though. People do change. I mean, all I did was show people a film I made. I didn't change, I don't think. Maybe I'm changing slowly, but I mean, I didn't have an abrupt change. I'm not gonna be walking around like a self-entitled prick. Which we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, people do change, and I'll have to get used to that if I continue to do well for myself. Although this does affirm, this making of this short film does affirm, in this response of course, and hopefully the further good responses, does affirm that I'm right. I mean, it does point more and more towards me not being just insane and me thinking I'm good at things, that my book is good and that my writings are good and that my ideas are good, everything like that. It just goes further and further to show that I'm right, which is good. I'm not gonna let it go to my head. I mean, might a little bit, not too much though. That I'm good. That the reason why I haven't been getting responses like this in regard to much else is because people just don't know. I mean, hey, leading up to it, I sat around waiting for them to be ready for an hour and a half once I got there. Even though I said I had work at 3, and I got there at 2:05. They were in the middle of a meeting, it's important. After the meeting, I think 15 minutes. Anyways, I don't think I got to showing them until like 3:40 or 3:30, which alright. I got an alright response when I came in. Then I showed it to them, and so I'm not going to criticize anyone after they just gave me a good response. They gave me a bunch of confidence. They gave me a lot of confidence. Although Ben, the guy there, is I talked to him for a while. See, he was nice to me before he saw how good I was. Sorry, before he saw my film. And then, kind of weird thing is they played his newest thing directly after. I mean, it wasn't really a film, it was more of like a documentary kind of thing. They played it directly after. And, yeah. I have to worry about that. I have to worry about being nice to people who were nice to me before I get anywhere in life. So my grandfather, my grandparents, people like Ben, who I'm at my internship, people who were overtly nice to me. Owen, definitely Owen. I cannot forget Owen. I owe him a lot. How? Owen, Patrick, gave me some trouble in the past, but I can't be an asshole in the future. Well, it depends how he responds, by the way. I mean, I don't want people going around blowing me, doing that kind of stuff. I'm not going to exaggerate any kind of fame or anything. It's just in preparation for the future. Of course, then again, I can't really think of too many people who would fall on that list, like Owen, Patrick, I guess Ben, grandparents. I mean, outside of them, I don't really have many. I don't have really many people to go towards. I guess that's a good thing, right? No leaving friends behind, really. No one I really owe much to, except for roughly those 4. More so to Owen and grandfather. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm setting myself up pretty well here. Things are going straight into plan. I don't know when I said or if I said it, but I'm doing those 3 episodes in the past month, and I have until the 27th to get it done. Today's the 22nd. Still got a lot to do. I'm getting pretty close to finishing, but yeah, I've still got a lot to do. I sacrificed a lot more than I thought. This week, I mean, I've in the past week, just knowing how close things are to us getting done, I'd been staying up until like 4 in the morning, drinking coffee all day and working for like 10 or 11 hours straight on editing to get it done. And I know for sure it's that in this project, which made me sick on Monday, which made me go home from work, maybe miss Tuesday's work. And so I've been sick since then. And so I'm working Sunday. That means this week I'm only working a day and a half. Next week I think I'm on to work 3 days. And so that's only 4.5 days for 2 weeks. And that's like... I'm losing, like I said, I don't know if I said this before, I'm losing like $500, $450 from doing this. Which isn't necessarily too great of a thing. Not good at all, actually. I'm pretty much just working a week for the project. Put my book aside for now. I said all this already, didn't I? I would be done by now, yeah. Doing a lot of editing. People like it a lot, actually. And I know that girl I complained about before. I was hyped up by coffee, a little bit of a confidence booster, And since the coffee excited my nerves, I was feeling a bit angry. And so I sent a text to the director saying that I think she would work best as a production assistant rather than a editor. I mean, I didn't do any personal attacks on her. I was just straightforward, somewhat firm, and I want to say it in person because the passion I have could carry it through. Because over text, people have a better chance to have that wall between everything. But he said he was thinking of putting her in graphics anyways. Although the thing is, as my coffee wore off and left me kind of in a void of, I guess, slowness, I don't want to say depression, but just, just being tired and everything like that, it put me in a way that was acceptable, right? Me not flowing over the top, me not being cocky, made me down. I mean, me being down is the good me, because I can take things slowly, I can be humble, I can be more into tune with my thoughts, not just overpumped with energy that just blinds me to everything. So like I said, I might have to deal with me being tired as the good me, to make sure I don't fuck myself by being stupid. And so I about an hour ago I got a call from that girl I said not to have an editor, and she was all nice and everything to me now. So all of a sudden, saying she thought the clip I did in the quads was very good. And then she worked all day editing on a news template for us to put in for a video, and I felt kind of bad, like I was talking behind her back, which I guess I was. We do. And we shouldn't be doing that to ourselves. We shouldn't be talking about someone behind their back. We should not make ourselves the bad ones. If we have a problem with someone, we should tell them. Not just avoid conflict like that because we're scared of the consequences. I mean, we shouldn't be talking behind people's backs like that. It turns me into a fucking asshole. It turns us into a fucking asshole. We should be doing that. It takes a lot to approach someone and tell them the truth like that, but we're not going to get anywhere good just talking shit behind people's backs and then just in the secrecy while they're doing work for us, just shift them around like that. Although graphic designer isn't a bad edit either. I mean, isn't a bad credit either. And while I do feel a bit bad for the way I handled that, I mean, I didn't outright insult her or anything, I just firmly said, I think she should be given production assistant credit rather than editor. I mean, I'm fine with my other guy getting assistant editor, just, I'm not going to take anything I said back. I would if I was at his house right now and I was feeling this way. I'd say, oh, I didn't mean it that way, you can put it assist. I would say that, but I don't mean it. I'd regret it next day. I know I'd regret it, which is why I'm not going to say that. I mean, I'll feel bad about it. I'll think of a way to ease my conscience by telling her, explaining things to her better to hopefully get her on my side. But then again, just because a person's nice to you one moment doesn't mean you can forgive them for this shit. I mean, she wasn't really too bad before, but don't mistake my fucking almost whatever of me rescinding what I say. Like I said, someone's nice to you one moment, you can't exclude the possibility that the next one they're gonna flip out and slap you right across the fucking face again. You can't do that. You gotta take things firmly. Someone's nice to you right after you kind of just drove a little bit of a knife in their back. After you went behind their back and got things changed. Don't just feel bad for yourself. Don't feel like a piece of shit. Don't try to undo what you did. But don't act like you're all good with them. Don't act like you're your best friend. Be neutral. Be in the middle. Just be firm. And let on that you're not absolutely their friend, but don't treat them with a cold shoulder. Just be professional about it and be neutral. So like I did, I may have laughed a few times when I didn't need to. I may have been a bit more social than neutral would allow. But overall, I just tried to keep things professional. Just said, okay, send it to me again. I'll let you know if it works, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, so that's that. Alright. Like I said, I'm tired. I have a lot to edit today before I can go to sleep, and that annoys me. That greatly annoys me. And her edits aren't too great either. I mean, I'm going over them and I'm doing a lot to fix them, to make them good. Of course, it's taking me a lot anyways with Jared's. Alright, now what else about myself? Well, my plans from here, I have to finish this edit the next couple days. Or by the 27th or 28th, and then export it, and that's going to be fun. That's not going to be fun at all. But what I will have to do is I will have to, I'm uploading my movie to YouTube right now. Oh yeah, other things. I got friend requested from a bunch of people from Thailand today. Yeah. People I met that I was going to send stuff to. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, you know, everything. Alright, so, I guess this is the good me who's down from coffee, the one who's sick, the one who's got his mind together somewhat. Tired, I'm a bit beat, but whatever. Go back to editing. And I will record myself on my final day of editing. That way you can see me go insane, man. Me go insane, man.
Matter because you've done them all. Jealous? Please. I can't remember. Matter because you've done them all. Jealous? Please.
Oh, that looks so weird. The reason why that looks weird, by the way, and I'll explain to you using my amazing voice visuals, is that I'm using the audio recorded from. Ah, fuck it. I don't care. I don't care. So to further justify myself and my claim to fame here, and not make myself look like an egotistical prick, not make myself look like a narcissistic, egotistical prick, look like someone who's self-obsessed to the point of staring in a mirror for 40 minutes just contemplating myself. So I do think I have a bit of an ego, and I do think I have a bit of narcissism in me. A little bit. I mean, not in unknown. I mean, I'm aware of it, okay? I'm aware of it, so if I need to, I'll just stop it, okay? I do look at myself in the mirror quite a bit, just to see how I look. Not because I want to kiss myself. Not because I just want to see how I look. I've become obsessed with just trying to make sure or know every detail of my face, so that way I can know what other people think when they see me. So my hair's like this, I do this, maybe it'll look better in my opinion. If it looks better, then I'll know that, hey, in my opinion, in what I perceive to think, in what I believe looks good, will be the same for other people. No, okay, no, that's... What? Okay. So I see, say, oh, that looks better. Then I walk by another person, and I say, jeez, and I say, or I think, fuck, okay. I don't like how my hair looks. I go into a mirror, analyze myself, do this till I get something I like, and then next time I talk to a person, I'll be thinking, hey, I thought I looked good. Maybe they think I look good, and if they think I look good, I wonder how they'll treat me based on how I look. So if they treat me nicely, they'll think, hey, this looks good, I think I look good, they think I look good because they treat me nicely. And I haven't done anything to make them treat me nicely outside of just looking nice, I guess, looking like I'm nice to them, smiling. And if everything I do is met with a good response, and I believe they're being genuine in their response, and I'll think, I need to look this way, or I need to look similar to this, and I need to have facial expression or an introduction similar to this in order to get people to be similarly nice to me. That's, okay, that's that. See, there's a deep psychoanalysis behind all this me staring in the mirror, not just me loving myself. Oh, I look so fucking good today. Even though I'm looking at myself right now. I'm looking at myself as I want to look, and if I can train myself to look good here, what I believe is to look good, and good is in what I believe is acceptable, what I believe I should show to people, what I believe should be me to other people, even how I speak too and how I sound to myself. If I can train myself to look like that while looking at you, I can try to memorize what I'm doing now and how that looks. That way when I'm talking to someone, I know how I look to them. That is how I keep my self-conscious thing intact, okay? I have to be self-aware to the point of being narcissistic. Just so self-centered on myself and self-aware that when it comes to my social contact, I know everything I'm doing right, everything I'm doing wrong, everything I'm doing that has an effect on how other people think of me. That is good to have. Although outside of knowing it, I need to work on training myself to manipulate what they think of me based on my actions. So I need to learn how to act in a way where I can manipulate their thoughts of me without them realizing it. So make them think better of me without them realizing I'm trying to make them think better of me. And while I'm already on doing that someone, I'm not great at it, which is why I kind of have these iffy relationships with people sometimes. So yeah, that's the explanation for me looking in the mirror at myself. Maybe that was contrived, but I think I agree with what I just said. And I like it, and it's what I do. So I'm going to go with it. Also, I'm just used to looking, I'm a familiar face. I look at myself in the mirror because I familiarize with myself. Every time I see it myself, whether it's a picture of myself, I prefer actually live images of myself, like a mirror or a video. Every time I see that, I'm familiar with everything I am, everything I've experienced, everything I think. Due to this camera, due to just how different I am at home alone in front of you, you've recorded so many things for me. Every time I look in the mirror, it's like I'm looking into a private, secluded, hidden version of myself. I'm looking in a mirror to see the self of me that no one else sees. The philosophy, my head was written in a story of shit, what I've said, what I've done, what I've experienced. I look in the mirror to see that. To see what I am. It's a window into my second self. And if I can somehow bridge that gap between the me in the moment and the me in the mirror, then I can maybe bring that secluded self into the world and introduce what I am to people. That's partially what I try to do through writing, through film, try to do those things, to bridge the gap of what I am to people looking onward. So that's why I may appear to be very different from that which I write and that which I do. I want to change that so I can be the philosopher, the funny guy, or the artistic one. I want to be that in a physical embodiment without having to fake it. I just be something. I want to match my work. I want to match what I am physically. I want to be what I am. That's what I do. That's why again, looking in the mirror. It's a bridge in the gap. I look in the mirror to see my mind. Okay? Is that deep enough? That's why I look in the mirror. What other things? My ego? That keeps me driven. My absolute confidence in everything I am and everything I do, so long as it agrees with my principles, my ideas, my philosophies, whatever, is what keeps me doing these things. I would have made a great film, or people think are great. It was really good. I wouldn't have made that without that ego. Because no one believes in me to be good. The reason they were so fucking surprised and blown away, which I was surprised at, because I thought they weren't liking it when they were watching. And the reason why people are having these responses to me is because they have no fucking faith in me. That's why I want to bridge that gap. I want to be what I am. So that way people won't just look at me and be like, oh, look at this lowly piece of shit, thinks he's actually good at something. And then I make it, they're like, what the fuck, he was good? Oh my god, I don't want that reaction. I mean, it's great to just slap him in the face with it, but I can't do that with every person I meet. I want people to know the fucking second they see me, so I don't have to prove myself every goddamn chance. I don't want to explain myself and everything I am to each person I meet. I want it to be prevalent in how I act, how I talk, how I look, how I express myself. I want that to be present. I mean, I want people to know that I'm fucking smart. Okay, you understand? That I don't mean anything bad by what I do. I don't want to. That's what I want to be expressed. That's a lot to express in one glance, but I want that. I don't get that from anything I see and hear. Of course, I'm sick right now and I can barely speak. But that's my goal. Okay, that's an insight into my mind. So there you go. So it's been a while since I made one of these recordings, and it's been a while since I really wrote in my story of shit. It's been a while. It's been like a week since I've really written in my book too. A lot of things put aside for this project. And so as to why I believe myself to be good enough to be given that credit, besides the work I put in, and why it isn't narcissism. That's right. That's what I was saying. It isn't narcissism. It isn't ego. Everything I just said explains my ego and narcissism, hopefully. Or explains why you can find it prevalent within me. Or why you'd believe you'd find, or why you see it in me. Whatever. it isn't that. So why I believe it is besides those two is because of the work I've put in, and because I'm sick of being fucked over by people. I mean, I know I'm young, like, I guess, relative to people doing these things. But in terms of being fucked over, I've been it by a lot by people. Not hugely, like, not work for an entire month editing my ass off, then just get dropped and left to dry. Not that kind of fucked over, which grandparents point out possibility till I convince them otherwise. But the kind of fucked over where I'm nice to someone, and just out of the blue they turn around and shit all over me, and get their friends to shit all over me, and then leave me in the bottom of the shit bowl, just covered in shit because this fucking douchebag felt it in his power to do what he liked with me. I can't allow that. I mean, that'll all, everything I just said will all make more sense when I die. The truth is revealed. But I can't allow that to happen anymore. So why I have such an adverse reaction to this person who was rude to me a few times, disrespectful to me, who I believe is unreliable, is because I don't want to let someone, after all the work I've put in, after everything I've made myself, to just stomp on me just at the whim of her fucking will. So I have nothing. Okay, I don't hate her as a person. I don't hate her as a person. I don't wish bad things to happen to her. But I'm not gonna be a victim to her. If you understand what I mean. I mean, this is all, I guess, ties into what I've been reading in Nietzsche. But this is personal experience too. And while it may not be the most logical expression of it, it's the stance I've adopted to secure myself. Yeah, I mean, doing things for yourself, arguing for the betterment of yourself isn't bad. It's not a bad thing. You should mistake it as that. Self-centered, of course, but it's not bad to be self-centered. I mean, it's bad to be self-centered at every second. I mean, the world's starving and you think, oh my god, what about my fucking bathroom? I like using the toilet every day. Although if the world ends and you need food, you're going to get food for yourself. Not a bad thing. I mean, unless you have a greater value than yourself. So you have a son, you value your son's life greater than yours, and you get food for him. But it's up to you. You choose. It's not bad to be self-centered in some degrees. It's bad to be self-centered when, in my opinion, when a guy works 500 hours producing a great fucking opera, and you go in there saying, well, the seats weren't too great, and, you know, last week I kind of, I got this girlfriend who's really nice, you know, she does music, and you don't do that kind of self-centered. You don't take away the achievements of others just to promote your own shitty shit. No, you don't do that. That's why today, when they presented the Ben's thing, documentary after mine, I didn't want to try to act like an asshole, so I just, you know, I enjoyed it. It was good. I'm not trying to, this isn't false pity. This isn't, fuck. I don't mean anything bad by this. I mean nothing bad by anything I say. I liked what he did. It's just, it was different. I mean, it was a documentary. Mine was a movie. I put like fucking my everything into that. My writing, my filming, there's just so much good things going for that movie. He made a documentary, a short documentary, and his was really good. So I clapped. I said, "I'm fucking great." I didn't want to shift attention back onto myself. I don't want to. And I'm not doing that just because I don't want to look like an ass. I'm doing that because I don't want to feel like an ass. I'm doing that because I believe that he put a lot of work into it, and he deserves that. That's a shiny moment for the credit from them. And I don't want to steal that. I don't want to try and steal that. I don't want to shift it away from him. So yeah, stayed an extra 10, 20 minutes just to, you know, do that. I mean, I saw it a little bit before, but yeah. Okay. Although if I did get up and say, you know, I don't like this at all, let's just talk about my film some more, that would be self-centered in a bad way, in my opinion. That would be taken away from others just for your own self, just to massage your ego. No, you can't have that. You can't have that. So that's what I mean by self-centered, good way, bad way. Maybe that's explained well, maybe it's not. I'm gonna get back to editing so I can go drive around for like 20 minutes, because I'm just in the mood to drive around and listen to music. And I'll come back and edit more. It's just taking me a lot. I'm not really getting a lot done editing today, which isn't good. So goodbye. Also, I'm 18. I'm actually getting... Also, out of school. I'm 18. Look at how much shit I'm getting done. It's great. It's great. Once I get my book out there, and hopefully that gets popular as well. I don't know how I'm going to get it popular in the same way, because it takes a lot more time to get into that and read than it does my 10-minute movie. But after I release this movie, send to everyone, after I finish my editing on this show, after I should be doing pretty well some dumb degree. I should be doing pretty well for myself. Then I'll have my book, and then once I finish editing that, hopefully I can either get it to an editor, I can get it to someone who reads it, and get that fucking shit published. And get everyone to read that, and then I'll be set. 3 great things. 3 major achievements done in the span of a month. Fuck. That is something great. While I'm 18, 3 major achievements done in the span of a month. I finished my first short film. In a month, edited together 3 30-minute episodes for a web series. And I finished a book, a fucking amazing book I've been working on for a year. In the span of a month. If I can do that, all the power to me. In a month, as an 18-year-old, instead of going to college, out of high school, yeah, that's setting the bar for myself. And I have to pass the bar each and every time. Not each year, because I don't need to judge each year as like a bar setter. I mean, I have to continuously keep getting better and better and better and better. Because that one moment, that one time where I'm not better, that means I'm going to head downhill. I'm not going to go downhill in my life. It's all uphill from here. That saying. But it really is. I mean, high school is so bad, anything is uphill. Fuck. I mean, me being sick right now and working my ass off for the last month is uphill. Me getting a date with a girl, but only a hug, is uphill from high school. Trust me. Okay, so this is all uphill. And it's because I got shit on so much in high school, just by everything. By everything. I mean, you've got the fucking tapes, you've got the words, everything. I can accept more knowing that I'm better than what I'm currently at my current stance. I mean, fuck. In my life, you would not want anyone to go through the same things I've gone through. But holy shit, those things have helped me out so much. I mean, they're terrible. And like I said, you don't want to put anyone else through them to try and emulate me. If I ever get to that kind of position to be emulated, which I guess I'm hopefully heading for. But they are a lot really what shapes me. The reason why I can go 4 years being shit on, and a few more months being put on the bottom of the totem pole with not much faith in you, to hopefully rising out of the dirts at this young. I mean, I don't need the crutch of college or the I guess the thing of bad words to keep me down. I mean, just I can raise myself up. Like I said, Nietzsche, The Will to Power, I'm reading right now. Still my favorite philosopher. Well, of course, I'm not falling head over heels for everything it says. I mean, a lot of what he said. I mean, strength in the intellect. This is how I take it. Anyways, also don't worry, I'm not gonna get too. Oh yeah, also yeah, social validation. That's not exactly what I strive for in life. I mean, it's a lot of what I want in terms of leaving a legacy behind. People liking what I did, I guess, is a big part in it. But I'm gonna keep doing what I do, whether people like it or not. And whether people say they like it or not, because I haven't really gotten much social validation at all in the past many years. I'm evolving from that person. Oh, look at Brandon, classic Brandon. What a little jokey little fuck, into someone of greater stature. Of course, major players in that bad things in life I've gone through. Talent, which I've manifested and expanded upon. Able to do that through a growing intellect, which I've worked very hard at for the past years of high school. Instead of partying or doing well in school, I've worked on my intelligence by writing during class, reading during class, or thinking a lot at home. Spend a lot of time alone. Spend a lot of time not doing anything fun. Spend a lot of time bored at your mind in your house, and spend a lot of time doing bad in school. You will be your own person. Been reading a lot, getting smarter and smarter. I haven't been reading as much as I want to lately, but getting smarter and smarter nonetheless. And yeah, okay. That's that. Now contrast the two videos. There's me right now, And there's me in the past few hours ago, many hours ago actually. It's 11:33 p.m. Holy shit. Holy shit, 40 minutes on this fucking recorder. Contrast the two, compare them. We're comparing contrasts. Whatever. And one other thing. Sorry. My mother, she knows absolutely nothing of what I'm doing. Doesn't know I created a short film. Doesn't know I'm editing 3 episodes in a month. Doesn't know really anything about my intern. She doesn't know much about anything I'm doing. Also, no arguing in the past couple months, really. Just, she left me alone. And I got on with things. Got out of high school, and I'm getting on with things. I am right. Yes. Didn't get sick until I started pushing my physicality to the extreme. My physical self to the extreme. I'm gonna make sure I finish this show, though. I need to make sure about that. So, yes, she's pretty much left. I mean, like I told her, I'd move on without her if she kept acting that same way. And she did keep acting that same way until a few months ago when I got on with my life. And so, yeah. If she finds out about anything, it'll either be me just in a really good mood, like, hey, I made a short film, watch this. Or I'll just be like, or she'll find out from someone else. That'll be the thing. And I don't have a hate for her. No, not really. I just have an apathy. A genuine apathy. Genuine apathy. A genuine apathy for her. Very good with my grandparents, though. And I will say, I think I've said this in the past, that recording I made where I was just going full blazing, exploding for an hour, running back and forth, cursing and all that badness. While I meant it in the moment, I don't regret it, as in that it gave me, I guess, the mental strength to stand up against 2 people I believed were oppressing me. It gave me the fortitude to fight a fight from the shittiest position possible. I do not mean any of those bad things today.